stuff. Oh, you go ahead, boss. You're good. It's okay. Nah. I like that he stopped. That was respectful. Very respectful. Hell yes. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am here with local. I am here with local Philly dungeon death metalers and Skullovich. Guys, you just got done playing an incredible show here at the TLA opening for Overkill. How are you guys feeling?
We're sellouts now.
We're having one of the best Tuesdays of our life right now. You know, it was a very nice party on a Tuesday.
Yeah, man, this fucking ruled. I'm not gonna lie.
This is phenomenal, and I could not be any happier, and I'm just riding a massive high.
It was an insane show. It was an epic show. You guys played your new album, The Age of Steel, which is out now. So I want to talk a little bit about the album itself and kind of the whole concept behind The Age of Steel. Chevy, I know this is mainly your brainchild, so tell us a little bit about. Tell us about the concept behind The Age of Steel.
It was July 31st, 2022, 10 o'clock at night. I was watching Doctor Who with my girlfriend, who's video recording this. We were watching the Cybermen episode, and it said, The Age of Steel. I immediately texted all my bandmates at the time, this is the album title, live with it. And everyone agreed, thankfully. Yeah. So we pretty much, half the album was already written at that point. And we just wanted to rewrite it, make it tighter, make it better, make it a fucking Cyberman. The Age of Steel eventually came to be.
Because this was the band that you kind of had originally on the back burner for a little bit now. Yeah. I know you were a very busy guy. You have your other project. You have Bastard Cross as well as some other stuff you've been working on and canoodling with over the years. So tell me about the origins of with Skullovich and be able to kind of see your creation come to life in fruition with where we are now.
It honestly starts back to 7th grade. So as cringe as that sounds, 2011, I'm just doodling logos, being a 13-year-old, just being bored in class. And I just draw a logo, like, what would be my heavy metal band name? And that's what popped up. I was like, I want to do something with this. And my best friend at the time would help me jam out. And we just jam along to Overkill, Slayer, Accept, whatever we liked back in the day, and still to this day. He was actually in attendance tonight, and he started that mosh pit for us, thankfully. Wanted to focus on other bands, then other bands, and other bands. 2019 came along. I got fired from a band. I was like, fuck it, Skullovich is back. And recorded a demo. Didn't come out till my birthday on 2021. Again, thanks to my girlfriend, she really encouraged me to put this out. I was feeling very self-conscious, like, who the fuck wants to listen to a phone recording of 2 songs? But apparently it sold out like a couple of times. We've sold like maybe 100 copies on cassette. And that alone is like really empowering, and it's really awesome to feel. And that's what really got us on to, it's really what pushed us on to write more material and put out demo.
It's a nice little story to kind of see just how things kind of fold out throughout life and all that, just going through other projects and stuff. So I want to talk a little bit about the sound of the album. This album is very, very heavy sounded, very influential of like older proto black and new wave of British heavy metal. And I know when you guys were promoting the album, you guys kind of did a little previews of like some of your inspirations, going through it. So yeah. I wanted you guys to each kind of go through like who was somebody that you guys looked up to on this going into recording this album. I'll start with you, Josh. All right, work our way down.
Drums were basically Eternal Champion.
Okay.
Like the first album, Armor of Ire, I was like, all right, Armin, I really want the drums to be beefy, powerful, all the cymbals loud, rototoms, everything. I wanted to make this as like 80s as I possibly could, just for the sound. Even like a deeper end snare. Usually like snares are like high end, like with the crack and everything. I just wanted a thud. So like Eternal Champion was a big influence. Slayer obviously is another one. And just, again, older metal bands. And also German metal, because like Sodom. Oh, and we have Cruel Force. Cruel Force was a big... Our song By This Axe, our single, is literally inspired by... Directly inspired by Dawn of the Axe. So
we're not ripoffs.
We're not ripoffs at all or anything.
We're not ripoffs. We're sellouts.
We're definitely sellouts. Yeah, at this point.
Totally different thing.
But yeah, all of that, we really put that into one thing. And like,
I'm just gonna go off what he said with the '80s sound. Like around the time of writing and recording it, I listened to strictly lots of doom, thrash, speed, heavy, all the quintessential '80s genres. And like when I really focused into the mixing of it, one thing that really caught my attention was reverb, and I was like, to Armin, our recording engineer, I was like, please just drench everything in fucking reverb, please. But, you know, Overkill, again, we're just going to keep shouting these guys out. It's just surreal to play with them while they're a massive influence us. Slayer, the rest of the big four, really. Just, again, Cruel Force. Anything with 80s reverb, honestly.
So I'm a huge Judas Priest guy, and so that's a massive thing. Just the twin guitar harmonies, just the sort of vibe and the sound that I sort of try to go for is very, very directly inspired by Priest, bands like Maiden, and then just the fucking just leather and chains of like fucking Metallica and Slayer and shit like that, dude. That was sort of just so much great music that came out of that era, and that's primarily what inspires me. Whether it's like fucking just harmonies and shit on riffs, whether it's just absolute pummeling bullshit for fucking 5 minutes, it's all about bands like that.
So my two main inspirations on bass, funnily enough, one of them is DD from Overkill. Like, I was always into like the crunchy tone of like the bass. So that's something I always strive to look for when it comes to like playing bass or like playing live shows. And another thing that I always like doing, especially in the record, is bass slides, which I mainly got from Midnight. Like when we were in the studio recording, there was just some moments during the recording where I just felt so right to just slide. So I just threw like maybe 4 slides in there, and it just fit perfectly on the record. So yeah, those are my two main bass inspirations for Age of Steel.
Chevy, you were mentioning that you had to go back and remix some of the demos for this album from the previous demos that you guys released that were come to be tracks on Age of Steel. Did you feel like some of the tracks that needed a little bit more touching up versus other tracks, or did you feel like you kind of wanted to give everything a nice, fresh, clean coat of paint?
It's pretty much a nice, clean coat of paint. Like, really, when Josh joined in, we pretty much showed him the songs, and he put his own touch on it. Sometimes he just decided to keep doodling around with the same beat. We're like, I guess we're going to rewrite a section right now. And then, you know, that's all that happened. Like, one of the bigger tracks that had that happen was Keeper of Fate, where the interlude, it's a little bit of an ambient section. That one was really just enhanced with Josh's drumming, and just even Jose has a bass solo here. Like, that song in general is just completely different from the original demo recording. Even Under a Spell, Bus. What was the question again? Oh yeah, the next one, Under a Spell. The way Josh recorded the drums, it didn't fit right with how we originally wrote the guitar tracks. So I had to like restructure the strumming pattern of the intro riff to it. And ever since then, like, it's been honestly way easier to play, and even the crowd seems to dig it more.
I do like that with your guys' earlier demos in the band, that you can still hear like that raw hollowness that is like still be with the band in their tone, but it does sound very, you know, it's a demo, it's clean, it's dirty, it's uncut. You can hear the band's, you know, progression throughout. When those two first demos, the Under a Spell two track single, and now with Age of Steel, like hearing the writing process of where certain things would be and changes that need to be made, it really just shows your guys' growth as musicians, definitely. Let's talk a little bit about the future. I know we're only one album in, and it's coming out this Friday, November 1st, where you can go and get it at skullovich.bandcamp.com. Go buy it, and the vinyl. So what do you guys have in store for the rest of the year, going from the end of 2024 into 2025.
We're only starting to cook, baby.
We literally just got another show offer this morning. I probably shouldn't announce it yet, so I'm not. But
no, of course, you tell me.
yeah, we're pretty much going to start playing out of towners, like way out of town. Not like New York and the tri-state. I mean like the deep south.
Oh, as the kids say, big things coming.
Big things are indeed coming.
Yeah, there's a lot coming down the pipeline. There's a lot to be excited about. There's just a lot of shows coming up. We've had a lot of offers come in since we started announcing things, and really looking forward to sharing them with everybody.
Like some of them said, right now we're definitely in like the promotional aspect of Age of Steel, which is very fun and exciting because we get to share our art piece to like people everywhere. And then after promoting after a while, we start to throw in some new things in the cooking pot. Work on another track or two. But yeah, right now it's the fun part of just celebrating the release.
Yeah,
and just sharing it with everybody.
the celebration.
Today was the celebration.
Honestly, today was the celebration for that.
It was not our intention to play the full album, but we somehow did anyway.
You played
So
it faster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just played everything fast as
We-
shit, and then we got to play the last song.
it just be like that.
Thank God for that 45-minute set time.
Made the most of that shit.
Oh, absolutely. I can only imagine if you had the 30. Oof.
Still would have played really fast.
You still could have made it, I
Yeah,
think.
absolutely.
Yeah. Because I cut out all the,
So anyway,
all the
it just
small
started
banter.
blasting.
Yeah, speed run the fucking record.
Oh.
Speed run.
Guys, you guys did an insane performance here at the TLA playing at Overkill. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I am seriously proud of all of you. You guys are incredible musicians.
I also want to shout out Liam really quick. He was the first person to ever listen to Skullovich, like on Bandcamp. He was the first stream, first purchase, first everything. So he's literally been our first fan since the
I'm
beginning.
the official number 1 fan of Skullovich. I will gladly say that. I still have my copy, my 7-inch copy of Under a Spell that you drew Glep on.
Drew blood on.
No, you drew Glep from Smiling Friends. Your little Glep drawing you did. I love you guys. You guys are insanely talented musicians, and the future is bright for you guys. Seriously, and I mean that with all my heart. With that being said, everybody, make sure you pick up the new Skullovich album, their debut album, The Age of Steel, out November 1st. Pick it up at skullovich.bandcamp.com. Make sure you follow the band on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next review, interview sort of thing. Take care. Bye-bye.